1976, a Phase 2 expansion was added to the Roaring Twenties at Knott's Berry Farm. It was known as the Airfield. In 2022, only one ride remains. Join us for a spin. Shall you? Spiraling around a 312-foot tower, at the time the tallest structure in Orange County, the Sky Cabin gives us a view of the entirety of Knott's Berry Farm and beyond. In the distance, you can just make out Philadelphia. You can also see as far as the Swiss Alps. Let us know in the comments below if you can identify the Alp and the theme park in which it is actually located. If you answer correctly, you will win a prize. That prize will be a pat on the back, which you must administer yourself. Other rides in the airfield were the Sky Jump, the Propeller Spin, the Loop Trainer Flying Wheel, Gasoline Alley, and the Motorcycle Chase, which was later rethemed as the Wacky Soapbox Racers. Coming up in a moment, we're going to get another view of the Independence Hall. There it goes. And that will be followed by an Aztec temple, which is located in Fiesta Village. In the 90s, the airfield would be rethemed as the Boardwalk, a bland take on California's seaside amusement parks. Across the road there was the former location of the alligator farm. I don't see what could possibly go wrong here. With a rotating roster of roller coasters, say that 3 times fast, replacing the Wacky Soapbox Racers and Gasoline Alley. At 2 p.m. on Friday, December 30th, 2016, between 18 and 20 people, sources vary, were stranded 90 feet up in the Sky Cab for approximately 8 hours. All were lowered to safety by a fire department rescue team that reached the top of the tower through its central hub and then rappelled down to the Sky Cabin. And here are a couple of sections of that central hub arriving on the farm. The Sky Cab was then repaired and refurbished, receiving a new interior, new windows, and new air conditioning units. Following, we will see some of the other airfield attractions. Here's a view of the Sky Jump parachutes. I was stuck on these a couple of times. Nothing as dramatic as the Sky Cabin incident. They would put out mats in the landing zone for a little reassurance in case of free fall. Here's the propeller spin at night. I went through every emotion up there. Here is the loop trainer. That thing made me sick. I rode it many times. And here is the pilot's rec area, where you could try to impress your friends by throwing a lopsided basketball into a hoop that was only slightly smaller than the lopsided basketball. Here we go. There's one born every minute. You get 2 balls for $1. You have to sink them both to get a prize. Limit 2 prizes per person. He's bouncing the balls. That's a good idea because you have to get a feel for how lopsided those balls are if you're going to have any chance of winning your prize. Nope. What's that? Almost, not quite. Okay, take your shot. Oh no. You already lost. Hey, look, the other kid got one. Yeah, still lost. Better luck next time, kid. Oh, what's this one over here? No, don't even think about it. Here's an airplane. It's parked beside the Airfield Eatery. This is the front of the Airfield Eatery. I never ate there. It's too late now. Here's another view of that plane. A 1929 Aero Sport, for those of you who like that sort of thing. There is the Glider Diner, and over to the right, you have the Aero shop. They added that green facade. They had really good pizza there, and French fries. They served the French fries in a cup. Unfortunately, not the pizza. That was served in squares, which I guess is the second most popular way to slice a pizza. Later, they would change to a more conventional round pizza with wedge slices. It wasn't as good, though. After the re-theme to the boardwalk, they replaced the antenna with that camera on top of the Aero gift shop. I wonder if they still sell cameras in there. Here is the Cloud9 Ballroom, where you could hit the dance floor and show off your moves. It required a separate admission. Of $5.95 in 1980, in the same year, this Super Bonanza book of admission and 11 adventures would have set you back $7.75. This is the entrance to Gasoline Alley, where you can drive one of those newfangled horseless carriages. Don't forget your driving jacket, driving gloves, and goggles. Enjoy your ride, leisurely motoring about the parkway, underneath and around the Wacky Soapbox Racer. This is one of the cars. You had full control over the steering of this car until you hit that little rail in the middle. This is the motorcycle race. It was actually a race. Anybody could win. This ride lasted for about 4 years. It was rethemed as the Wacky Soapbox Racers. The motorcycles had to go because their high center of gravity led to safety concerns. The soapbox cars had a lower center of gravity. The speed of the ride was also reduced about 10 miles per hour, down from about 40 to a little bit under 30. Knott's Berry Farm reached its peak with the airfield. At that time, we still had the original Fiesta Village. I used to try to get my Nona to sit on those little boats with me, but she wouldn't have it. I wonder if she was traumatized by an Atlantic crossing. Or perhaps she was clairvoyant. Some years later, I went to sit inside one of those boats, and my foot nearly went through the floor, as it had rotted away. Camp Snoopy was yet to be added, but something would be lost in its wake. To see what that was, we're going to have to take a walk through this underpass that passes beneath Beach Boulevard and comes out on the other side. When you reach the top, if you look to your left, what you will see today is a parking lot. And what did we lose for that parking lot? The Lagoon, where you could rent a rowboat or a paddle boat, or take a cruise around the island on the Cordelia Cay paddle boat. Once a friend and I rented a pedal boat to go take a closer look at the tropical island that was located in the middle of the lake. It looked like a paradise, with tall trees and foliage. When we reached the island, we discovered that it was nothing more than a large hunk of concrete with potted trees and plants around the outside. We got out of the boat anyway to take a closer look. Our boat then drifted away, and we were marooned on the island for what seemed like a long, long time. We had to make the best of things, though. It was an uphill climb. Eventually, we were rescued by somebody with a rowboat. I fell in the water while I was trying to get in the boat, though. There was also a miniature train ride that went around the circumference of the lagoon. It was another of Bud Hurlbut's many attractions. There was also a second merry-go-round and a relocated burro ride. And that leaves us with Jungle Island, where you will meet Forrest L. Morrow's wonderful world of Woodimals, later known as Treeloos, a completely unique race of natural art creatures in a fantastic jungle setting. Rules and regulations for Jungle Island, as printed on the back of your ticket. Number 1. No tree climbing unless you are wearing a tail. Number 2. Do not feed our Woodimals anything except sawdust. Number 3. Termites absolutely not admitted. Number 4. Folks over 90 free when accompanied by parents. Number 5. Carrying axes or saws is forbidden unless it is snowing. Number 6. Don't carve your name into the woodnicks or trees. Use a friend. Number 7. The cannibals of Jungle Island invite you to a barbecue. Just leave your name and the date you will be available. Number 8. Elephants admitted, but must tiptoe across bridge. I really like that place. I spent a lot of time there. My great-grandmother told me that little boys who stayed there after dark would turn into Treeloos and would have to be force-fed their meals with a hammer. The area that contained Jungle Island and the burro ride was turned into a picnic area. And the lagoon? Well, that was filled in and bulldozed for additional parking. And with that, I think you've heard enough from me for a while. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with my latest theme park ramblings videos.